Good morning to all of you. In this video, let us discuss once again the offenses under untouchability or offenses against scheduled caste, scheduled tribe people. Normally, you may be knowing, as per Article number 17 of the Constitution of India, it says about the abolition of untouchability. So, as per the Constitution, Article 17, untouchability is abolished, and its practice in any form is definitely forbidden. So, the enforcement of any disability arising out of untouchability shall be an offence punishable under the, of course, that is law. At that time, it was the Protection of Civil Rights Act, PCR Act 1955. Later, it has, of course, still it is there, but during the year 1989, the very famous act of the Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribe of Prevention of Atrocities Act. So, the Prevention of Atrocities on SC/STs Act 1989 has come into existence. You may be remembering, late Sri Ramvilas Paswan was instrumental. Ramvilas Paswan was instrumental in framing the act. But these two acts are there. But anyway, SC/ST Act is now very popular, and it penalizes particularly Section 3. So any form of untouchability or any form of harassment on the ground of the person being SC or ST, definitely it is liable. Section 3 is made Section 3 most importantly. There are some other sections. So Section 3 is more importantly, it goes against the so-called untouchability, right? But still, somewhere or some in nook and corner of the country, somewhere such offences are being reported. Dalits are still being looked on. Of course, this word Dalit, normally it was popular in North India, but in the incident of the infamous Karanchedu carnage in AP in the year 1995, that is on 17/7/1985, when the Karanchedu incident happened, then this word has come into existence in Andhra Pradesh, because I was the sub-inspector of police at that time. Till such time we did not know this word. So North Indians, they came there and they have used the word, and now Dalit is a common word. Why I am giving all this introduction is still very recently, 2 days back, that is on Friday, such incident happened in Tamil Nadu, in a village, small village called as Sirkudul in Perambalur district. What happened is, on that day in the morning, maybe around 6 a.m. or so, this is on 11/12/2020, 5 Dalit boys, they went to the playground. Actually, it's an open ground playground, and they have answered the calls of nature. And that means they have left the fecal matter. They have answered the calls of nature, and they have left the excreta there on the spot. So this was seen by some youngsters of the same village who are upper caste people. Already this village is notorious for caste wars. So these people have seen them. So easing out in the playground, which was meant for the upper caste people, and also this playground incidentally is the site, or it is the property of a temple, a Hindu temple. So these people got annoyed, the upper caste people got annoyed, caught the people, and they have gone to this such an extent that they have given them the gunny sacks and a spade and asked them to remove their own excreta, and it was done. So when this incident has come to the notice of the other Dalit outfits, they have blocked the entire village, they have created an issue, and the issue came to the notice of Maruvottur police station, which is the jurisdiction police station. Of course, the police immediately came there and they have taken action. Of course, these people, they have blocked the Chennai-Bangalore highway for almost 1 hour, and after the DSP assured them that necessary action will be taken, then only, that means on the assurance given by the police, then only the traffic was used, and of course things have things did not come to normalcy so far. But anyway, the police has reacted very swiftly and they have arrested 3 of the persons. Of course, 6 of them are identified. The mother of one of the victims, these boys who lifted the excreta and put them in the gunny sacks. The mother of one of the victims, she has given the report. Basing on that, the police registered cases under 147, 148, 323 and 506 through 94B as well as Section 3 of SC/ST Act. So let us now discuss the sections. There are very simple sections. Of course, here unlawful assembly is more important. 143, 147, 149, all these things discuss about the unlawful assembly. If more than 5 persons join at one place and if their intention or if the common object, we have to tell, 149, common object is to commit a cognizable offense. Here what is the cognizable offense? To make them lift the so-called excreta from their own hands with their own hands into the gunny sacks. It is definitely leading to an offense. Therefore, it is declared as an unlawful assembly. And 294B, you may be knowing, uttering indecent words or vulgar words in the public places or reciting some useless songs. It is 294B. Of course, very simple section, punishable with 1 month only. And they have asked 506, you all know, it is criminal intimidation. So threatening a person. So besides that, 323, definitely they would have slapped him or they would have made some voluntarily caused some simple injury, and ultimately SC/ST Act. So if any person does any act with the intention of humiliating the SC/ST caste person, knowing that he is that a caste person in a place within public view. Here definitely it is a place, it is a playground, definitely it will be within public view. And now these people are locked into the case. Of course 3 were arrested and of course police say that 3 more people are absconding. Anyway, let us hope that the police will arrest them also to file the charge sheet and you may be knowing. So in SC/ST cases, the investigating officer should be of the rank of a DSP. Why DSP? Because the span of control or the level of understanding or the level of dealing with the situation will be, because he is a senior officer. Definitely senior officers, the reaction will be different from the junior officers. So therefore, the cadre of DSP, for example, just like your 304B IPC, whenever any woman dies within 7 years of marriage and just before her death, if she was subjected to harassment regarding dowry, it is called a dowry death and the case should be investigated by the rank of a DSP person. Likewise, here SC/ST cases also should be investigated by the rank of a DSP person. Right? Likewise, Information Technology Act, DSP is the investigating officer in such cases. So let the DSP investigate the case properly. And of course, the SP of that Perambalur district has stated that situation is tense but under control. So let us hope the situation does not go out of control and let the accused be punished. We want punishment. Such incidents should not recur. So previously, when we were youngsters, we used to see people not allowing the Dalits to sit there by side, not allowing them into the temples, and that 2-class system were there. But still, even in 2020, if such incidents occur, it speaks very bad on the part of the, of course, governance also, definitely. That's why in Punaya Commission, what they have stated is every month the DSP and the RDO, they should visit the villages which are known for this SC/ST offences or caste wars. So they have to go there and advise the people and actually they have create awareness among the people about the results of the SC/ST offences. If once the conviction is there, it's very serious. So anyway, still what I want to tell is, so such incidents should not happen. As legal people, as lawyers, we should deprecate them. At the same time, if any such victims come to us, you have to help them, do some pro bono work and let the case be taken to its logical end and see that the accused are convicted. Right? Thank you.